We can start now. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. This is a very special meeting that we're going to have today. We called it, This is How We Do It, by bringing 3 representatives from national federations, big, strong national federations from the world, to talk about referee education and development in their own national federation, the way they do recruiting for young referees, the course, then once the referees start to work, how they go up in the levels and seminars and all of these things. I will let them talk. We have very honorable representatives from Japan, Mr. Shimoyama. Yeah. Then we have also from Thailand, Mr. Songsak. And from last but not least, the young referee, young one of all of them from Poland, Mr. Wojciech Maroszek. We will start. Mr. Sandy, do you want to say a couple of words as well?
No, well, actually, no, it's very kind of you to invite me to do so. But one thing that maybe I can ask us to think about, not about the presentations, but maybe for the future, with COVID and everything, if the people who are speaking have any idea if they're going to put any of the theoretical stuff online, so that a lot of people can upskill, as it were, while they're in lockdown, would be something I'd be interested in hearing about. Okay, but anyway, that's my only question.
Okay, thank you again. We will start with Mr. Shimoyama with the Japanese Federation, and I will share the screen with your presentation. Please, Mr. Shimoyama.
Yes, please. My PowerPoint to the please show me. Okay.
Yes.
So thank you very much. So now I explain of the workshop in Japan for development in referees in Japan. Referee workshop in Japan. Please, next one, please. So referee workshop in Japan. So referee shop is in Japan. Purpose of the referee workshop in Japan. Referee workshop in Japan. Second one is the Japan Volleyball Association called official referee category and competition categories. And next one is the Japan Volleyball Association referee qualification. And number 4, 2020 referees workshop priority guideline purpose. 5 and the priority guideline purpose. And 2020 is a practical referee workshop and the referee management manual before the start of the game. And the referee category workshop in the schedule, and then last one is the referee workshop schedule in Japan. In this case of our referee workshop in the development in referees in Japan, all categories. Okay, next one. So purpose of the referee workshop in Japan. First one is the purpose of the maintain of the level of the referees. Second one is the purpose with the unify the level of the referees, keep the level. And also third one is understand of the all rule of the games, point of the FIBB, instruction, guideline, and casebook. And number 4 is confirm the referee mission. Last one is keep communication between all referees, very important of the communication between all referees in Japan. Next one, please. Japan Volleyball Association official referee categories and competition categories. We have 5 categories. 1 category is international referees. Competition categories in Japan, international referees, nomination of the all national competition and national league, and also an ABC and FIBB competition. Qualification and also an pass of the IRC of the ABC and also an FIB according to the standard of the focus. Second one is ABC international referees, also same as the international referees. So referee is for all national competition and also national league. And then ABC competition. Qualification is a pass of the IRC and ABC and approval of the ABC concerning of the steps. Next one is one the top level of the class of the category A of the referee, class of the A referees. In this case, in category A is in Japan, top level of the national referees. Competition category is referees for all national competition and national leagues. Sometimes national league and the second referees, sometimes first referees. Qualification in the Japan theoretical examination and practice test and pass, and after that an A class candidate, A categories candidate, and also next one is a result of the competition. And I go to the A class. Next one, please. So class B referees, B category referees. So competition categories referees to national competition and each categories. And qualification of the referees for the pass of the examination practice test of the sponsored by the each prefecture association. Last one is the category C, class C referees. Also same as the B class referees of national competition and each categories. Qualification in the referees for the pass of the examination and practice test of the sponsored by the each prefecture of the association. So now we have international referees 34. Category A, 900 referees. Category B, 3,000 referees. Category C, 3,000 referees, about. Okay, next one. Japan Volleyball Association referee qualification. So first one is a referee instructor. Referee instructor means in the workshop and also an control of the game of the like referee coaches. So qualification, the retire of the international referee and class A category A referees. After that, instructor of the referee workshop and also an control of the games. Activities are under 70 years old. 70 years old over in this case of the retire. Honorary referees. Qualification is activity record of the qualified of the referees for more than 50 years. 50 years continue of the referees. In this case of the honorary referees, activity is a whole life. Number 3 and A categories, class A referees, qualification the extra skill and can referees the final and bias of the national competition, bias national competition. So in the A class of the sometime of the final charge of the final referees. And the activities are 55 years old, finish. And after that, retire of the referees instructors. So 4 years of check of the 4 years, he's a refereeing. In this case, after that, 20 years old. So 20 years old start, and after that 4 year check of the our refereeing of the A class referees, and after that continue of the 50 of the years. Next one, please. So, oh, sorry. So class A candidate referees. Also, same of the skill of the class A. After that, candidate referees A class and basic of the result of the competition. So check of the refereeing in the competition. After that, recommend of the A class, A category candidate, A category referees. I was a class of the B referees. Qualification of the skill on the can be refined to the each categories. Also, activity of the 5 years old until 5 years old, and the 4 year check of the referees, and the start of the age of the 80 years old, and also class C referees. C referees, category referees, same of the B referees categories. Okay, next one. So 2020 before workshop and the priority guidelines purpose. So this year we have no workshop because of the coronavirus. in this case of the button at start of the years, this 2020 referee workshop and priority guideline purpose. First one is the referees not only understand of the rule of the games, but also an application them accurately. Point of the FIB instruction guideline in the casebook. Second one is the referees make of the actuality of the whistle and the hand signal. Make sure the performance, basic movement and positioning and procedures. Number three is the referees and ambitious of the to live to gain to lot of the experience so that they can be trusted on the daily basis. Very important of the trusting on the daily. Next one, please. So priority of the guideline purpose on the first referees. First referees about of the misconduct. Completion of the rule of the application with the result attitude of the against of the misconduct of the participant and without of the overlooking of the middle of the misconduct and give stage one at the early stage. So early of the start of the game is better. And the hand signal, check of the standard of the clinic before the match of the that all referees can do it. Don't lower the standard of the reason of the continue of the rallies. And many and the hand signal toss on the fault of the often catch. So you cannot fault just because of the ball stick and however it did not mean that the fault will not occur. So ball is a rounding. It means the ball is rounding. In this case of the sometimes referees double contact, but no fault is better. And about of the service permission, allow the service confirmed that the ball both team of the ready of the play and also service and the ball. How to make of the final decision, the whistle and check of the requirement of the line judge and second referee, and after that and make the final decision better. Next one. Priority guideline purpose of second referee is about misconduct. Second referee will inform of the first referee if there is a misconduct on the bench or net. Very important to this one. The second referee is check of the bench and also near the net. Positional fault, always check of the fault. If it's very fault, if you fault it early in the match. So positional fault is a very important to the start of the early the match is better. Don't, oh sorry. Yes. About the touch net, decision of the made by the leave of the eye on the net while the players is a play the ball near the net. Very important touch net of the secondary eye of the between the blocker and net. Next one, please. Property of the guideline purpose. After the sub hit, so moving your eyes on the top of the net and determine whether the sub of the ball pass of the through the allowable place on the second referee side or the touch of the antenna. Very important was the ball going to outside of the antenna or touch of the antenna. Request of the improper interruption. So bench of the control will be performance after the rally. Always check of the after rally of the check of the bench. Understand the substitution procedure and smoothly hand signal some handles. So slowly handle and multiple swift and simultaneous case of both teams. After the timeout, if the team right of the enter the court and the whistle and hand signal go front you. Very important to go to the court. If it's a repeat on the advice and the application of the warning and the penalty of the delay. After the delay is over, after confirm of the position and the request of the replacement on the interruption will be accepted. In this means in the before the last rally over. So please, before the rally, after the rally, also check of the position and the request of the liberal displacement and the interruption. Accept. Next one, please. Also on the scorers, keep accurate of the record while checking of the service and scorer, stopping of the game if it's a doubt. In this case of the stop the game is better. If it's a buzzer, in the buzzer signal end of the between the set, substitution must enter the player number and the score at that time. If both team request a substitution at the time, completely the substitution of the one team's sound of the buzzer and then performance of the substitution of the another teams. If the scorer make the mistake, so it with a doubtful line, if there's a mistake, when the referees and the assistant referee confirm, the referee will correct it. Very important, this one. Prepare of the scorer sheet. So Japan, all national competition use paper score sheet, not e-score. In Japan also an paper score sheet and another one reserve referee and also on the behind of the referee check of the score sheet. Next one, please. Assistant scorer, stick to the scorer, check of the substitution of the number of the score. If it's a illegal, liberal space, sound of the buzzer immediately after the service of the approved. Notify. So the assistant referee of the position of the libero during the timeout. Check of the libero position during the timeout and check if the score on the scoreboard is correct. Check of the scoreboard and score. And prepare of the spare libero control sheet. Next one, please. So line judge is a make decision of the about of the line judge. You change ball and contact show the flag signal only if it's a clear ball contact. Not clear in this case of the no sign. And the check of the decision, the method of the relate of the two antenna and also decision of the method of the when the ball and recovered from the opponent court. And the point of the FIBB line judge guideline. In Japan, all used to the 4 line judge. All in Japan championship, also in the National League, and we used to the 4 line judge. And also in the National League, and they used to the challenge system. But line judge is a 4, now it's a 4. Okay. Next one, please. So, very important, this one. So in the workshop and also referee management of the manual before the start of the game. So this matter is a very important improvement to referees, instruction of the game of the management, and also, before the match, like this referee meeting and inspection of the like this. That's the check of this one. And after that, the last one, the play use the object, using the object. In this case of this matter is another PowerPoint. Everything of the main column is like this. Next one, please. So, practical referee workshop referee the management manual before the start of the match. Instruction of the game management of the match interruption and after the match. Like this check of the procedure of this one. Okay, next one. So category, referee category workshop schedule. So category referees and place and period. Very important to us. So in this case of this workshop is a development of the referees. Instructor workshop session in 1 year, 1 times in Tokyo. And international referees workshop session is a All Japan Selection Championship, All Japan Championship, 5 days in Osaka. and university leagues, Tokyo, Osaka, Nagoya. In this case, April to May, and also September to October. Many times of the international referee. So nomination of the Japan selection championship and university leagues. And class A, category A, referee workshop session, and the first one is a workshop. In this case of the Tokyo, Osaka, twice in 1 year. And class A, category A referees, stretching of the workshop and university championship. In this case of the 1 year, November in the Tokyo, very long time. In this case, of very good workshop in the 4A categories. And class B referees, B category workshop session in the Osaka city of the 3 days in August. And the main women referee workshop is season of the Tokyo, Osaka city of the twice in 1 year. Every year, like this, we have workshop, referee workshop. Okay, next one. Referee workshop schedule. So national workshop, purpose of the unification of the handling and the rule of the games and development of the referee skill. And point of the ever-based instruction, the guideline, and the casebook. And every early start of the years, in this case of the all referees, A class, B class, B, A category, B category, C category, and also an international referee come to the Japan, Tokyo, and early April, start of the years. And the second one is the cube 9 block zone. We have in Japan 9 block in the area. In this case of the 9 block, so each block of the start of the workshop, unity of the handling and of rules of the games and also development of the referee skill. So after the national workshop, in this case April is May, start of the 9 block workshop and continue the lecture and the practice skill. And number 3 of the about of the explain of the rule of the games to the team's coach and the manager. After the national workshop and 9 block workshop, after the workshop in JVA, our side, and also each particular federation will report to the team's coach. In this case of the referees and also and the national coach and the manager, all same understanding of the rule of the games and the application of the rules of the games this year. Okay, thank you very much. And the next one is please, and next one is a PowerPoint. Short time of the instruction. Very important of the referee guideline for workshop, referee practice manual. In this case, this one is a promote of the referees. So first one is a match management of the before the match. Once the referee meeting and first referee and the second referee, the scorer, like this of the very important of the contents of the referee meeting. Next one is a check of the code of the equipment. First referee and second referee work and the second scorer work. Next one. Next one, protocol. Check of the protocol of the follow to the protocol in the first referee and the second referee, and the next one is a scorer and assistant scorers. In this case of the before the match of the check of the first and second and the scorers, the work, very important to this one. And the next one is during the match, hand signal. Hand signal is a first referee and the second referee. Next one, please. And the scorers. And the next one is how to take over the basic position. Very important was our referring of the positioning during the games. In this case of the basic position is the first referee like this. And the next one is the, next one please. Secondary position like this. Next one is how to make of the final decision. Final decision is very important of the, for the teams on the, for the players. First referee, final decision is like this. In this case of the, after that, first referee make a final decision. Next one, please. So service permission of the whistle. First referee have to permission of the service permission of the whistle of the, like this. And the second referee check of the position of fault and check of the outside, you know, check the bench like this. Control the bench. Next one. And assistant coach like this. And the screen decision. Not doing the screen, the first referee and the second referee. First referee only, screen the first referee. And the service hold, first referee and the second referees. And the scorers and how to procedure of the, and the positional fault. Positional hold, the first referee and the second referees, like this. Next one. And the service receive. The first referee like this, check of the sub receiver is very important of the sub receiver and the catch ball and also like this. And the decision of the timing of the attack like this. Next one, please. And the back attack the decision. Check of the back attack, back row players attack it. First referee and secondary check this one. Next one. And also back setter attack it fourth. Back setter sometimes ball through the opponent go to the top of the height net. In this case of the check of the first referee and second referee. Please, next one. Decision of the time at time of the block. Block of the over net and the touch net and also like this. In the first referee how to doing and secondary how to doing. Okay. And the block player back player and block decision. How to back player block in this case of the how to the hold or no hold. In this case like this. And the decision of the ball contact. Ball contact, the block ball contact and the players back press small touch. This one is the how to doing the first referee and the second referee. Next one, please. Next one. And the touch net. Touch net, how to doing touch net. So very important of the eye position. And also on the second referee make a position is very important of the near the net like this. And the next one is a simultaneous of the contact of the top of the net. Simultaneous both time of the contact the ball and first referee and also overnet. Overnet of the first referee how to doing over the net. Next one, please. And in vision of the opponent court and the space under the net. Check of the secondary very important work. And decision of the passing outside of the antenna. Next one, please. So ball touch of the antenna. This is very important positioning of the referees. Next one, please. And ball handling. Very important the ball handling. And over hand pass and under pass. Next one. And the toss and the tip play. And next one is a ball out, pancake. In this case, how to the judgment of the ball handling. Next one is a play using the object like the first referee and second referees. And also next one is the management of the after the match, first referee and second referee after the match like this. Next one, please. And the scorers. And also much of the management of the during the match, delay sanction, and the next one, please. And the first referee, misconduct first referee, stage 1, stage 2, next one, please. And also secondary scorers, and the improper request. In this case of the 31 page, please, next one I sent you the this PowerPoint sent to you, please check of this one. In the Japanese and workshop in detail of the work of the first and second and scholars and assistant scholars. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Shimoyama. This was very, very interesting. If anybody has any questions regarding the presentation and the information that we just heard from Mr. Shimoyama-san, I have one small question, Mr. Shimoyama. Is the Japanese, I understand you have a national levels, but then you have also should have some kind of, do you have districts in Japan, which Japan is divided into the districts and everything, or is there only one whole federation and one whole level of referees all over?
Oh.
It's one whole.
Yeah.
So if somebody is whistling in Osaka and somebody whistling in Tokyo or,
yes.
Or somewhere else,
yes.
It would be still the same person who will be in charge of them and not by region?
Sometimes separate, sometimes together. Mm-hmm. But in the first time of the national workshop, in start of the years, in this case of the all Japan cities come to the Tokyo.
Okay.
And after that, separate. And also, we have a national competition, for example, of the university championship or a national championship. In this case of the each site, in this case of the, if it's the Osaka national competition, in this case of the all members Osaka. Sometimes separate, sometimes together. But first time together in the start of the years in Tokyo. All referees understand of the game, the rule of the game and the instruction of the game. Information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, if anybody has any questions, I will just change here and I will allow you to unmute. Just 1 second, please. Let's see how it goes. Now you can unmute yourself. You will have any questions?
Yeah. Later is better, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shimoyama. Next presentation will be from our dear friend, Mr. Songsak from Thailand. Mr. Songsak, it's all to you. I will start your presentation now.
Thank you. May I start?
Yeah, please.
Thank you very much, Roy, Sandy, and everyone that joined us today for the video meeting, video conference like this. I don't know, because of the situation of the virus COVID in this moment, we cannot go to join the meeting together. So in this case, this is another way for us to see together and share the idea and everything. Okay, next slide, please. As you mentioned, you want to get the idea, you know, the idea of each national federation, how to develop the referees from the zero, as the teacher Sandy said, from the zero to the top, how you develop. I frankly speak, I try to follow the guideline and instruction from the many good teacher. For example, from Sandy Steele, he is a very good teacher for me. He teach me a lot how to develop our referees. Because when I have the referee course with Sandy, I get many ideas from him. Then I come to do in Thailand only. Because in Asia, me and Shimo, we try to cooperate together how to make our referee go to the top. As you know, in Thailand, we divide the referee in 3 levels. Level is same, 3 levels. Level 3. Level 3 is the beginner. Because of why I put the we put the level 3 is beginner, because if you are number 1, should be the top. We thought that. So we start from number level 3, level 2, and go to level 1, then go to the international referees. So like this. So I put 2 pictures to use like this. When you are the beginner, you can make decision. The first picture is reaching or not by number 4, like this. Or when you go in advance or something, you can see in the second picture who is reaching like this. So this is when we teach the referees, we try to make many the video clip and photo to show the referees and explain to him, and let them to explain to us what is the fault. Your idea like this, and my idea is this different. We can have many different idea, but if we have doubt something, for example, me and Sandy get some email from our friend, then I have doubt, how can I explain? Then I ask Sandy, please teach me how to do like this. Because we have very good teacher. So in this case, I'm not afraid everyone. I have many comments from Sandy, from Laszlo, from Willie, or before also, even though the Mr. Hassan before, we asked him. Next slide, please. So next slide. Okay. As we said, we will start from the 0. How to select the referee for natural referee course? This is how we select. Normally, as we know that if we select the referees from the former players, maybe he is will be the good referee in the future, because he know the technique, he know if we teach him about the rules, the guideline, and many cases for him, then he apply the rule, go to his technique when he was the player. Maybe that's very good. Or we select from the student of the physical education, like this. Even me, I'm the physical education teacher, and before I was student. Shimoyama also, maybe some of you also the physical education. Because of like this, in the physical education, we get the idea, the teaching from our teacher before. So many ideas we can apply to the referee also. Or we select from anyone who are interesting or willing to be good referees. How to see? Because of many referees, they are not the former player. They are not physical education student, but they are normal. Maybe the like spectators, but he want to be the referees. We can allow them to join. For the education level, as you know, the education level should be one of the thing that we will select the person who will be the referees. If they are the very low education, maybe should not good, but normally at least the senior high school or university, or the first year, second year of the university, that is the minimum that we require to have. And the age should not lower than 18. This is, it means that they are maturity already, and not more than 35. Why we put the 35? Because if they are going big, maybe very good, but if they want to to participate in the international referee candidates course. They should not more than 41. Maybe they have another 6 years can be the international referee candidate. Okay, this is for your idea. Next one, please. Okay, the national referee course, we have about the 7-day course. In this 7 day, we do same as the FIB, IRCC also with the theory together with the practical. In this one, we use the language. Our national language is Thai. We explain them by Thai, and the document that we present to them by Thai. So in this case, we have to translate many material, many teaching material from FIB, from our teacher, then translate to Thai, then let them to understand. For the instructor, who will be the instructor for the national referee course, we select from the Thai senior referees who are very good one in the past, and they are very good cooperation with the association. Some are very good, but not cooperation. We will not invite him to join. Okay, and after that, about the examination for the national referee course, we do same as FIB. Also, we have the theory examination. Maybe we have lecture about 3 days. Then we have the examination for the theory, and after that we let them to go to the real practical, real match. So we have the many match for them. The number of the match is, I can guarantee, is very enough for the student. Okay, next one, please. Okay, now when you start the course, how to qualify after the course? Okay, the candidate, the referee who pass the examination with the theory and practical, like this, within 3 years after the course, you have to complete the match. Then you will be qualified. How to complete? To officiate 10 national match with 5 matches first and 5 matches second referees in 3 years. 3 years you have to collect every year 10 match like this. Then you can qualify to be the national referees. The match will be the junior event and lower, not go to the senior. We not allow the national referee candidate to officiate the senior. For example, the Thailand League or senior championship, something like this. We not allowed because the match, some match they play for money. We not allow them to officiate. Next slide, please. So we not allowed him to officiate the senior or Thailand League. The tournament that we let them to officiate, if we nominate the referee delegate by the Thailand Volleyball Association to control, we can count same as the FIB. FIB, for example, if they nominate the members from FIB or from the continental, then we can count for them. After qualify the match already, okay, TVA, Board of Administration, will approve and nominate him to referee national referee level 3. Start from automatically when he be the national referee, we will come to level 3. Please. Click, please click. Okay. How to qualify to the higher level after the course? For when you become as a national referee level 3, how to move up to level 2? Okay, so the referee must officiate 5 matches at least 3 years. At least 3 years. Okay, each year maybe 10 match, something like this, and pass the examination in theory test. How we have the theory test, I will explain to you later. Next click. From level 2 to level 1, it 2 years at least. When you get the level 2, you have to maintain in the level 2 years, and officiate the match 10 matches 5 like this, and pass the examination by theory. Then you can move from level 2 to level 1. Okay, now how to qualify the higher level of the course after when you are the level 2 and or level 1, you will come to the international referees. This one is very important. We will consider about the age. First one, the age, not over 41 in the year of the course of the AIRCC, Asian International Referee Candidate course. Before we called IRCC, International Referee Candidate course. This one is by FIV. For example, Sandy, he conduct the IRCC course with me in Bahrain, in I don't know many in Congo also. Thank you, very good experience in Congo. So, and second one, they must show the result of the English standard test. This one is, for example, TOEIC or TOEFL, but we not take the high point about the maybe 400 point. This means can basic kind of communication by reading and speaking and writing something like this. Because of, as you know, Thai referees, the problem of them are the English for communication. So in this case, our TVA Board of Administration set up some idea. If the referee who want to participate in the international referee candidate course, you must show us the English standard test. Whatever, you can go to test by TOEIC or by TOEFL and get the point to us and show us, okay, Mr. Songsak, you are good, okay, go to participate in the course, something like this. And you must register with the FIB at least 3 years of the past 5 years, same as the FIB. Okay, next one, please. Okay. Now, I will inform you how to educate the referees. Before starting the event of each year, we will call this one is Central Referee Meeting. It means we call all the referee in Thailand. Every province, you must come to join in Bangkok or somewhere that we assign in somewhere. To join the meeting, we have 2 days meeting. The first day, we opening the Central Referee Meeting. We join them, we call them to join. And in this moment, we will appointed the new national referees from who are qualified. We will appoint them. Okay, this one, Mr. ABC, you are referee level 3 now. And we will inform to them about the general information from FIB and ABC. What are the general information we got from FIB, from ABC? We collect and inform to them in this moment. maybe by the senior TVA administrator. For example, Mr. Chandrit will come to join us and explain about the how movement of the FIB and AVC, me or someone to inform to them, and update rules of the games, referee guideline and casebook. Okay, in this moment, we inform to them what we get from FIB when we go to FIB meeting. Then we get all the information and to summarize for our referees in Thailand before start of each year. So it's normally this central referee meeting will do after FIVB referee meeting about 1 week. Then we collect all information from FIB. And at night, at the first day of the night, we have some party together. It's very good because every year the referees, they do their job very hard and sometimes very, very nervous. One night we let them to enjoy. We allow them to drink, to do everything what they want. Okay. Okay, day two. We will seminar the referee subcommittee who will go to control the match and everything. We will seminar, and also the instructor. If we will organize the course in that year, another years, we will invite also instructor to join us, and we will seminar them and test for the referee who will qualify to the higher level. That I inform to you and the past slide. The referee who collect the match maybe 3 years, 10 match already. Not yet pass, not yet qualify. You must qualify until this day, and pass the referee test by the theory. We will have the one test for them, and after that we summarize everything. Then closing of the meeting of the central referee meeting for 2 days, something like that. Okay, next one, please. Now go to the tournament. At the tournament, we also do the same. I think the same way as the FIVB and AVC also. Before competition, we have the referee clinic. In this referee clinic, 1 day before of the competition, we will do as we need. As we want to inform to the referees and also to the organizer. For example, the explanation about the rules of the game. Some referees did not yet understand about this point. We try to explain to them. Okay, both we do theory clinic and practical, okay, clinic. At the competition day, normally before we have the next morning meeting, okay, that we do before next morning after the match. All the referees delegate in that match collect all the information. Next day meeting, then meeting with the referees. But now we try to follow the referees by the FIB referee commission. If the higher level, for example, Thailand senior events, men and women, and also the Thailand League. After the match, we make the remarks immediately. Also, in this moment, the referee delegate who control that match will use some technology about the video clip that you collect in that match, or the other, and explain to them. This idea I think is also very good because is the referees, he still remember what action he do, good or not good in like this. And also during the higher events, Thailand League, we have the Academy League also. We use the video challenge. Every match we have the video challenge. So in this case, we have to make the seminar for the video challenge staff and also the referees and also the challenge referees also. The video challenge is similar with the FIV, but not same. We use the video challenge of by Italy, not by that another one. Okay. So in this case, the clip of the video challenge is different, a little bit different. So and also the score sheet. The score sheet is during the match. Every match, every level in Thailand, we have the tournament for from the grassroots under 12 years old, boys and girls, under 14 years, boys and girls, under 16, men and women, under 18, junior, senior, something like this. We can tell you every tournament we organize around Thailand. We divide in part or zone of the competition. For example, northern part, how many province, northeastern part, southern part, something like this, and get the qualified teams. Maybe each part, maybe two teams. Go to the central, go to the final in Bangkok or in Phuket or somewhere. So in this case, I can tell you, in 1 year, we have the volleyball match around 300 days. We have many match. Our referee, we have enough match, but very difficult to the referee subcommittee to go to control. We have to teach, to promote the referee subcommittee from outside, nearby that zone to control. Not from Bangkok to go to the north, not Bangkok go to the south is very far. So in this case, this is the problem. So, and another thing, normally when we have the events, we will have the referees and coach meeting and referee together and let them to share the ideas. In some match, we know maybe not good because of many coach, they have another idea and try to blame, try to push something the referees. But one day we asked them we allowed them to join us, and we, and Mr. Chanlit and me go to explain to them. Then everything now is okay. Now we try to make understanding everything go to the same way. Then no problem. This is and after that, when you finish the national referees to level 1, then you go to international referees. We promote them. Before I told you, we need to train our referee to be very good to the top. But the problem is our referees, the language is not good enough. So this is how we can solve this problem for Thai referee. But some of them they study by themselves. They can make contact with the foreign friend, something like this. This is for your information. This is that you need. I don't know. This you get the point or not? That I put some PowerPoint like this. If you have something, I can explain to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
Thank you very much, Mr. Songsak. I have one question for you, if it's possible. Is Thailand, the federation, is the refereeing commission has regional commissions or zonal commissions, or is it the referee commission is in charge of all referees from all levels in Thailand?
They have the commission in each part, each zone. For example, the northern part, southern part, but every commission must be belong to the TVA referee committee.
Mm-hmm. And those zonal commissions, do they make also a development seminars of their own, or is it just by the TVA to do the seminar?
By the TVA, when the first day before the start of each year, everyone must come to join and get all the idea. Then when they go out and they go to their zone, they do some themselves. And if they have some problem or some idea, they can ask to the TVA to explain or to join them like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. If anybody has some questions, a short one, we can ask now. Yes, Sandy, please.
A question about fast tracking. I don't know if that makes any sense. If you see a referee from, let's say, level 2 Sonsak, and you think this guy would make a very good international referee, is there anything in place where you take this person or a group of people like that aside and give them extra assistance or extra support or extra tuition to get them up to the high level that you want them to be to represent Thailand in international competition?
Yes. Normally, we try to select the person who are very good knowledge, English knowledge, and refereeing knowledge and everything, and also the very good cooperate with the association. We come to join, let them to join us, and some instruction by them for them. Then he can go to participate for the higher level for international, something like this.
Okay, good.
Do you have some kind of young referees program where you can find maybe 1 or 2 very good referees in lower level and follow them personally and give them personal help to get them to become higher level?
Yes, like this. Because some of them we saw them when they are still the level 3, because they show some very good thing that we saw that they like a star. We try to invite them. Maybe please nominate them to many events, something like this.
Oh, sure. Okay, any other questions from anybody? At the end also we can have some questions for everybody. This time we're going to move. Thank you very much, Mr. Songsak, for your information. It was very, very informative. And our next, last but not least, Wojciech, it's up to you now.
Roy,
Thank you very much.
Let me, I will try to share my screen by myself.
Please.
Just let me know if you see my presentation.
Yep.
Is it there?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So first of all, hello everybody. We are very happy in Poland. This weekend we play all the matches of professional league, both men and women. I think it's the first weekend like this since beginning of October. So it's a very good weekend, and I hope we will manage with the competition till the end of the season. I'm very honored, of course, to be called to this meeting. We did after Mr. Shimoyama and Chereonpong did honor for me. Poland. Our my presentation is not running. Right, managed. So Polish volleyball is divided into 16 regions, which corresponds to the administrative division of the country. And in each region, we have separate volleyball federation, regional volleyball federation. And there is also refereeing commission in each region. And formally, all the federations are independent from Polish Volleyball Federation. The common part is national level, where we have about 280 referees, and they come, of course, from each region. The situation in each region really differs. 10% of all the games are played in my region, in Silesia, and so far we have no problem with having new referees, but there are also regions where they are lacking referees. They are even borrowing referees from other regions sometimes. And also regions differ on number of matches that people referee. For example, in my region, the average is over 30 games every year, every season. But there are regions where the average is down to about 10 every year. In the whole country, we have about 2,000 referees. And like I said, they are divided into those, into 16 regions. Basic courses. So they are led by regions, and it's the regions that decide when and if they want to have a new course, if they need new referees. In Poland, you may become a referee if you are 18. And but there was lately change in the law, so we also think of implementing the rule into volleyball, and we will probably allow people who are 16 to become referees. Like I said, there are regions where we already have problem with the number of referees that we need. 5 years ago, after a big long break, we decided to have a unified curriculum. So the multimedia materials are held in the cloud, and every now and then they are of course updated after each change. It's done by National Referee Commission in cooperation with regions, with national level referees. In total, it's about 2 gigabytes. And it allows to have about 30 hours of theory lessons. However, it's the practice that dominates the program of the course. In Poland, usually we have the participants of the course playing volleyball, and some of them refereeing at the same time. So for example, in Silesia, the course is quite big, like 30 or 35 participants. So we need 2 or 3 courts, and then we play matches there, and some of the participants try to referee the game. This is an example of a poster that we have. We usually use internet to promote the course. Through Facebook, through website of regional federation, of course. So this is what we do in my region, in Silesia. This poster was for the course that was supposed to start in April this year, but of course it was cancelled due to COVID. So as each region is independent, it is a regional refereeing commission that decides on how to promote younger referees, how to decide who will go to what level. Also, number of levels. For example, in Silesia, in regions, you have 4 levels. So it's junior games, then second division senior, then first division, regional division women, and then first regional division men. On the national level, we have also 4 levels. It's the second division, first division, then professional league women, and then professional league men. So you can imagine that if you are to move through 8 levels to be referee at top men's competition, and only then you have chance to go to international tours, it takes a lot of time. And my generation, you will find many people born around 74, 75 among Polish internationals. We were very happy because there was kind of gap in demographic structure of international referees. So we moved very quickly. But afterwards, we can see now that it takes even 20 years from the moment when you start refereeing to the moment when you are ready to go to international tours. So we suffer from the same problem as other big European confederations, federations like Italians, for example, that it takes a lot of time for one to be able to get the chance to become international referee. Back to region. In my region, we decided to make a system that we call motorway lanes. So you have 3 lanes. On the left lane, you go faster. On the right lane, you don't move at all. And we decide on which lane you are by such things like your age, years of internship, recent promotions, results of theoretical tests, and so on. We evaluate referees in the region using our national level referees. We have 40 referees in my region that are referee also at national level, and we ask them to make evaluations after each game whenever they referee someone who is not at national level from our region. And we do it by a cloud, by such a form. So it says it's evaluation of a referee of Silesian Volleyball Federation, and you put your name, the one who evaluated someone, then the referee who was observed, then the level of the competition where the match was played. Then you have a recommendation. So referee is to check one of these, which is to definitely move referee to higher level, then to observe, so to maybe move referee to higher level, then stay at the same level, and the same in the negative way. So to be observed whether he should not be lowered, and then definitely to go down. And then we have the text box, which of course might be much bigger than you see online here. And each referee is asked to make some remarks on what was observed during the game, not only about the faults that were observed, but also by general picture of the referee. So at the end of each season, we collect those remarks, and as you can expect, Regional Referee Commission decides on number of those checks. If you have many checks that say your level should be moved up, then such decision will be taken by the commission. Okay, how to get to national level? So every year we conduct a so-called course for national level, and we have 20 up to 35 referees that come there. Every region can send up to 3 candidates, but we have some special limitations. If you send someone who fails on theoretical test, then for next year your region will be cut 1 position down. So if you send 3 candidates, but but one of them failed with theoretical test, then next year you will have only 2 spots. With this, we are happy to see that regions really send us people who are well prepared for the test. So the exam consists of refereeing of the Polish Academic Championship. So we have 96 matches in 3 days. You can imagine it's very intensive time. The commission is at least 4 members of National Referee Commission. And then of course we also have a theory test there. And every year we try to have new 15 up to 15 national level referees, depending of course on our needs. In Poland we finish refereeing when we are 55. Volleyball at national level in Poland grew rapidly about 10 years ago, so we needed more referees. So you can imagine that now we have less, let's say, older referees of about 50 years old. We have more very young people, like 25, 30 years old. Education development at national level, we have set up a new system 4 years ago. We decided not to have numerical evaluation after each game. We changed it into referee coaches system. So I was very happy to see that in FIVB and CEV, the same system was also developed few years ago. What we have in Poland. So we divide the whole thing into 2 stages. The first stage, 2 up to 3 referee coaches are dedicated to every 12, 18 referees in a smaller group. So they observe the games during the regular season at 2nd division, 1st division, or a professional league. And at the end of regular season, every referee receives a description. And it should include a comprehensive view of the referee. So it's not only naming the mistakes that the referee did during the season, but looking for good points, summarizing his activity or discipline problems. Really, we will try to look at the referee in a, let's say, holistic way, to have a very comprehensive view of the referee. And it's also important for us that each member of such smaller group can understand what's his spot in a line to have nominations for better games or to change his level. This is what we try to achieve. And each group may submit to us 2 candidates for the change of the level, whether up or down, but usually we concentrate, of course, on getting higher levels. And then we have stage 2, so it's after regular season, we go into playoffs, we go into finals of junior championships in Poland, and we use these to see those candidates who are shown from the group. So at first we use those games and who is deciding. So we send usually members of National Refereeing Commission or some referee coaches from different groups, of course, not the same guys. And we try to lower the number of the referees that are in the pot. Because at first you can imagine that we have 12 groups in 2nd division. It gives us 24 names. We wouldn't be able to make a serial decision on such a big group. So we try to lower the number of the referees by eliminating some of them during the playoff games and qualification rounds. And then for junior championships, boys, girls, we have 12 referees who are compared under very similar competition conditions. And it was very important for referees to be sure that they are seen in the same conditions. Of course, every match is different from another, but when people come from different regions, they would really like to know that they are their work is compared in a unified condition. And every year, based on junior championships, every year we decide on promotion of 1 up to 6 referees to a higher level from each of the 3 levels, from the 4th to top. You cannot be promoted. Conference or seminars. 2-day seminars are held every year at national level as well as in every region. The program is very similar to what was shown before by my fellow presentations earlier. The lecture materials are unified. We all can see that with internet, now it's very easy to unify every program, every teaching material. Also, videos are used more common. Most of our referee coaches use cameras, but we can also see that so many games are now shown on Facebook or YouTube channels. We have also a new statistic program invented by Polish company, and they try also to make shooting of nearly every game at national level. So you can have really lots of video sources, and of course video is a very good material to use for education. Then we have this internet forum where we as National Refereeing Commission, we answer every question, whether smart or not so smart, simple or not. But we have this way to answer in 3 days for every question concerning the rules or refereeing. I was asked to explain whether we received some support from National Federation. So in the right picture, it is not a member of Polish Federation asking one of our colleagues to get married, but we had this nice ceremony in one of the games. So Polish Federation covers the referee coaches fees in 2nd division. Probably will do it also in the 1st division in the upcoming years, as the clubs don't want to pay for the education of referees anymore. And of course, they also cover the cost of evaluation during the junior tournament and academic Polish championships. And also Polish Federation participate in the cost of national level seminar, and when we need new uniforms, they also help us to do. Extra social activities, in fact, there are many. We have indoor, separately of course, indoor and beach tournaments, we call Polish Championship for referees, that are played every year. Some of them are played also in regions. At national level, in indoor, we have 16 teams, so every region is presented there. And of course, there must be at least one woman on court, and of course, there must be at least one national level referee on court at all time. Last year, 2019, it was my region who won. We are the Polish champions now. And of course, we have beach tournaments at national level. So last year they were played in my city. I was very happy to help with the organization of it. And as I remember, about 40 pairs came to play the tournament. And as interesting thing, we have one referee team that plays in regular competition in one of the regions. They are called drukarze. Sometimes I heard they were pretty successful there. One thing that we also, a new thing that we have now is the commemorative medal. that is received by each referee of the finals in different categories. And it was very warmly welcomed by referees. You can expect that having such a memoir to put it somewhere on a shelf is a very nice thing. So, so I'm very happy that Polish Federation helped us with this. And one more thing, we have Bulletin. It's a magazine published on internet quarterly. Inside you would find some education materials, of course, on the theory of the rules, as well as interviews with the older referees usually, and sometimes, well, really different things. We have a team of, I think, 6 people who work for the bulletin to be ready every quarter. And there's one thing, I wonder if someone recognizes this man. This is Władysław Maroszek, our referee to the finals of Olympic Games in Montreal, 1976. So we had an interview with him, probably in the first issue, if I remember. That would be all from me. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Wojciech. I have a small questions. Do you have an agreement? I know that most of your national league and everything, there's a lot of coverage of television. So do you have any agreement with the TV broadcasters to receive copies of special cases and everything to use as educational material when you do those seminars?
I requested this for many years, and happily 2 years ago, Polsat agreed to put such a sentence in the contract with Polish Liga. So we are officially allowed to use the coverage for only, of course, for educational reasons. But we collect the video by ourselves. We don't receive DVD or material straight from the TV. And we also use challenge footage, but also only for education, of course. And we receive it from the company that services challenge. As you probably know, we have two Polish companies that implemented their own system of challenge. It's slightly different from Hawkeye or from the Italian.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you very much, Wojciech. Anybody would like to ask any questions? Now it's open. Just unmute yourself and you can ask a question to our participants. By the way, you have all of us, we have best regards from Willy Paredes. He's very unfortunate that he couldn't join us. Some problems at home with his pipes and some water leaking, and he has people working there, but he sends his best regards and he will see this recording later on. So again, anybody would like, please, Sandy.
Hi, it's a silly question really to Wojciech. How difficult is it to referee the referee team?
Yes, my first experience with the problem was in Slovakia, when we were invited by Juraj Mokry and other friends from Slovakia to go there and play tournament with them. And before we played the first game, we were asked to send a referee to opposed to another one. And of course, I was the volunteer. Of course, it's very difficult, but I think during the Polish championship, we take care, the older referees, they take care that the emotions are not too high.
Okay, good. Can I ask one other thing? We've been speaking in all of the presentations about mostly volleyball, but your slides also the development of referees in beach, does it follow pretty much the same kind of thing as it does in volleyball?
I understand it's a question to me, right?
Yes.
First of all, it's not refereeing commission who takes care of beach volleyball referees in Poland.
Oh.
It's the beach commission that has it. And we have international referees in beach, and they are responsible for the process.
Mm-hmm.
It must be slightly different because we don't have so many regional competitions. We usually have national level competitions. And but they have their own system of evaluation of younger colleagues. And as I spoke to some of the beach referees, they were very happy with the changes done lately, and they support the system.
Okay. Thank you.
Roy, you have to unmute it.
Yeah, sorry. Wojciech, do you have any, the international referees, are they obligated to have specific jobs in the, not in the commission, but in the working of referees, education or stuff? I mean, once you become an international referee, do you are you assigned to some kind of being in charge of something, or is it just by volunteering?
So first of all, you have to understand that having a very strong national championship, like Bundesliga is one of the top leagues in Europe, makes you having more than only international referees at top level. We have really experienced, very good referees who are not international. And they are mostly used in regions. Commission. Every year we try to ask someone else to prepare some new material so that people know that they are needed, and that we also expect some activity, some help from them. But there is no formal system. So for example, as I described the system of education and development at national level, the two stages. For the second stage, we use members of refereeing commission instead of international referees.
Okay. Thank you very much. Again, if anybody has some questions that would like, Sandy, of course.
Hello. Not of course.
Arturo, you're next. I'm waiting for you. I saw you.
But you know me anyway. No, this is to all three presenters, really, and when we go to international competitions, a lot of emphasis is made of the referees self-evaluating. In other words, looking at their own performance and then seeing where the strong points and the weak points and so on. And often the international referees are much, much tougher on themselves than the referee coaches are. But I wonder if any of the national federations teach the referees how to self-evaluate, and if they do, how much emphasis is there on it?
The youngest, but as I'm unmuted, I will start. We had lectures on this, and we really emphasize every year that if you are not sincere with yourself, if you are unable to objectively evaluate your own work, then you won't develop, you won't become better referee. So yes, I would say even we base on self-evaluation. Okay.
Sonsak, do you have similar?
I have the same as the Wojciech. We are every referees. If you want to be going up, you have to improve yourself first. Then you can go up, no problem.
Mm-hmm. Shimo, does that happen?
Also Japan, and he wanted to go up and like this, and support to the JVA. Okay. Every commission always support and like this.
Okay. Roy, can I ask another question? Sorry to follow up, but it has again to do with evaluation and to follow up on referee performance. I always remember having a long conversation with Zoritsa. Zoritsa is there, maybe she can remind me of this. But I remember in Serbia they used to do live streaming of every match, and then I think this is what they did anyway. And then they had a discussion with the referees every little while to go over to look at some of the performances of the referees. So Zoritsa, are you there? Can you confirm that that's what you did, and if you still do that?
Hello. Sandy, it was used till 5 years ago, and some referees and some members of not referee commission but from clubs commission, they decided we are not using more. But now we will start again.
Okay. It's a good idea. I thought it was a great idea, I have to say.
Yes, I'm agree because the young referees, and also not only young referees, experienced referees, that they cannot see their own self when they are referee. But when the referee delegate or coaches, they are speaking with them and show them how they are looking on the match, is completely different picture in the mind.
Sure.
And when I spoke with the young international referees, they like to see their work after the matches. And also in Europe, we can use, and some of referee delegates using cameras or phones to show some, not all match, but some, if we saw some specific mistakes of referees, movement or I don't know, whatever, we zoom this point and show to referees.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, please.
Yes, hello everybody. Hello Sunsak. Wojciech, only is only for the challenge. I know in your country you have a very good system of the challenge, but when a young referee come, for example, in international candidates, another system, what is the feeling about this candidate, for example? What is the feeling of the referee? Because in your championship is so usefully to use the challenge, and then you come back, for example, in Europe or for the future, and what is the feeling about, and what is the message that you give of for example, to prepare this kind of referee?
Okay, so the philosophy of the challenge system is mostly the same, right? You see a picture, a replay that you can see multiple times from different angles and so on. And you have to take decision what really happened. The difference for sure is, well, sometimes quality of the picture, but mostly the communication. Another language and slightly another procedures. So we don't have so many young international referees to be involved with international competition where challenges is used. But mostly they, I think, try to call the older referees and ask what should they expect, on what should they concentrate when cooperating with the operator.
Thank you, Wojciech. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wojciech, if I may, I would like asking a little bit different question. You mentioned that you have something like 2 referee coaches for every 12 to 18 referees. So what kind of training and the teachers has, all these referee coaches has, because this is no less important to make the same level and to understand what to do and how to advance people rather than, can you comment on that, please?
Yes, of course. So first of all, it's mostly the same group that worked before. They are the same people, ex-top referees in Poland. The age limit now is 72. So only after that they become retired. For first 3 years, I think, we had extra meeting with them, 1 or 2 day meeting where we spoke about what we expect from them. It was the moment when we changed from this numeric evaluation into description. and we still receive some opinions that few of them are still thinking, let's say, the old way. And this is why we never allow to have one coach referee working with the group. We need at least two opinions. And to be honest, we usually try to mix someone stronger, maybe with not so strong referee coach. But I can really see that with every year, the understanding of what we expect is more and more better. And for example, at second division, where we have 160 referees in Poland, to us, it's very important that the referee coaches are able to pick those youngsters who are very skilled. We say that you have to look for people who have potential to referee men's top division in the future. So you have to use your imagination that even if this person has still 6-8 years to go to get there, then he has something with character that will allow him or her to be a very good referee at the end. So answering to your question, Alex, we had special meetings at the end of season. It's not connected with regular seminar, only for referee coaches to summarize the season and also to explain again and again what we expect.
Okay. You had some questions you wanted to ask?
Yeah, good afternoon. I want to know if there's a national federation lecture the referees about, or any program about how to deal with the mistakes and how to deal with negative thoughts, why they come and what to do with it. Thank you.
I think it's Mr. Shimoyama. He has this.
Mr. Shimoyama, please, if you have something to say about it.
Please, Anna. So, I'm sorry, Anna. How many participants of this Zoom meeting? 32?
Now we have 32 persons, yeah.
32 in the European zone?
No, from all over, from all over.
All over, yeah. Okay.
The question was, Mr. Shimoyama, do you have any projects in the Japanese Federation to help referees when they do mistakes or they have bad thoughts about their performance? Any seminars for better improvement of self-improvement of work?
In this case of the individual meeting is better. So one of the championship and call to the referees, some referees and come to the call to them and in correction of the performance of the mistake of the, like this in translation of our referee coaches in Japan, and also support to the Japan Referee Commission, support to all instructor, and also an mistake of the referees, support to the heart, and also in this case of the mind and the support to them. And after that, please more very good refereeing and show to the very good support them.
Thank you. Mr. Songsak.
No pictures.
Thank you very much.
Oh, come
Normally, in Thailand, as I mentioned you at the beginning, before the start of each year, we will have the seminar for the referees. And also in this moment, we will have the group of the, like a referee coach or delegate seminar in one group, small group. This one, but we don't have the, like the specific way how to deal with the kind of the problem, how to do this one. But normally, the senior instructor, you have to teach them about the step of the how to solve the problem from the match. something like that. So this is the normally get from the experience of you. The experience, it means you have to collect all everything. Then you can teach to the referees. For example, the coach come to complain to the jury something, and the referees ignore something, and the referee coach, you after the match you have to do something. How to do this one? We have to train them. You have to step by step how to control the coach by rules of the game and guidelines, something like this.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Wojciech.
I will give you one example where it is, to me, an advantage of referee coaches system against the old one. So when you have a young referee becoming national level referee in Poland, second division, then the coaches will explain to him that they don't expect from him perfect performance in the first season. And they will also tell him that, or her, that they have some time, few seasons before they are promoted or they get chance to be promoted. So I think this is the most important change that happened. Beforehand, you had, each game was like an exam, and you made one false call and you felt demolished because you received 0.1 point less, and it was the end of the season for you. No more chance to get higher. While now, when you have a referee coach, referees, they say that they go to games, to matches much calmer. They know what is expected from them, and they know that they are allowed to make some mistakes because it's a human nature. It may simply happen. And it's more important what is your general performance, what is your activity, what is your approach to people who surround you, and so on. There are so many factors that are more important than analyzing one or two mistakes that you may make during the game.
Roy, did it help you? Did it give you some information?
Pardon?
Is it okay? Do you have any other thing you wanted to add or question?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I just want to add from my experience in Israel, we had several years ago, my federation, with the support of my federation, the commission has invited a sports psychologist. And she was talking to the referees from the first division, and then also for the other referees from all divisions. She made a lecture about pressure and how pressure it affects the work of the referees during the match, or how it affects the human being eventually. What are the things that can put you in pressure? What pressure causes the people to do or to lose the things. And with this kind of a lecture, it was very informative that it helps us as referees understand the pressure that we feel once we are there at the top on the chair. And maybe it also helped eventually to reduce pressure because we could recognize it and we could understand what this pressure is. And then she gave some kind of support and some kinds of tools how to manage it and how to work with it, and then it makes your job easier. I'm trying also very hard to find some nice psychologists to give us a meeting here with some information and everything, but apparently they're very busy and not so available. But this is another thing that can be very useful.
Also expensive.
Understanding why and from where and what to do.
Yeah.
If I may add, Roy, we had last year a sports psychologist who came and talked about the factors of performance of sportsmen. Actually showing stuff from swimming when somebody managed to beat Phelps and stuff like this, and what factors you have. And then we translated those into the behavior. Unfortunately, this was done only for the top level referees, which is good, but we need to teach those stuff to the young the nuance much more. So using sports psychologists is very good idea to bring them to this type of clinics that we have, or you can have. And I believe, Rui, that in beach volleyball, it is even more important than in the indoor, because in beach volleyball, you are working from morning to the night, much harder than we work indoors.
Concentration.
Yeah. How to lose the concentration, how to use these 5 seconds of...
And most of them, the internal distractors. It's more important than external distractors.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Please. Okay, so I guess we can conclude this meeting today. Thank you very much for all our representatives, all of us who participate. Mr. Shimoyama from Japan, Mr. Songsak from Thailand, Maroszek, my dear friend, my BFF from Poland. All of you guys, thank you very much for joining us. Of course, it will be uploaded to YouTube as usual. You could use it and to see it again. Anybody who would like to see the presentation, you can ask me, you can send me an email here for the presentations, or for a copy of the presentations, or any of the materials that we've shown. And we'll be in touch. We were gonna work for the other meetings coming ahead. Thank you, Sandy, for your support and help in producing this meeting.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Stay safe, and good evening, good night.
Good night.
Good night.
All the
Thank you
best.
very much.
Thank you.
どうもありがとうございました。
Bye.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Good
ส
night.
วัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
บ๊ายบาย
Bye bye.